Welcome back, sports world. I missed you. People sports fan, so last week I had the great opportunity to talk with Ken Harvey, a Washington Redskins great and a Phoenix Cardinals great. Over his career, he had 89 sacks, 4-time Pro Bowler, and 828 tackles. Now, this was a great opportunity for me, and I want to thank Ken Harvey so much for taking some time out of his day. Ken Harvey now works for Redskins Game Time here in the Fox, D.C. area, and you can see him every Sunday. Thanks again, Ken Harvey. Take it away, sports fan. So, we're here with Ken, who played for the Redskins in Arizona, right?
In Arizona first and the Redskins.
So, what did it take for you to get to the NFL?
First off, it's hard talking to you. Is that a cowboy thing on the back of your phone?
You know, it is. I'm sorry. I'm a devoted fan. But, you know,
So
in the D.C. area. And
this interview's up with. Sorry. All right. Anyhow, okay. So what does it take to get to the NFL, or to in my experience, the good thing is you got to dream, and I think in today's world, a lot of kids don't dream as much anymore, and you got to have a vision for something, whatever it is, because it's gonna push you to get somewhere. For me, it was a dream of not necessarily going to play pros. It was going to college just to try to prove to everybody that I had some type of sense in my head, and I was halfway smart, that I could make it. I had the natural, probably athletic ability, but that's also kind of a curse in that a lot of times you peak really soon because you think that just because you're smart in the 5th grade or you're fast in the 5th grade, you're automatically in the pros. And if you don't know how to work, or you don't learn how to work extremely hard, you'll never make it. And so as much as people thought, he had all these natural athletic abilities and gifts and stuff, I busted my butt every day as hard as I could to try to make it to try to be the best that I could be. And so some of it's knowing your position, playing your position. Also, some of it is luck. A lot of guys who are probably more talented than me didn't get along with the coach, got an injury. Anything could happen and they could take you out. So that was kind of my journey. I made it from I went from high school. I had dropped out in high school, went back to high school, finished up, went to a junior college. From junior college, got a scholarship to University of California, Berkeley. From University of California, Berkeley, got drafted the 12th pick, first round, to the Phoenix Cardinals, Arizona Cardnials now, and then to the Washington Redskins. So anyhow, I think doing a round of going through a junior college, it's tougher in some ways. Because you go to a junior college, four-year college has to look at you. A lot of four-year colleges don't quite know if what they see on the junior college scale is going to match up to a four-year scale, because a lot of the big colleges are thinking that their players are probably in better shape, already know the system, and you only have 2 years to come in and try to make a difference. It's a tougher route, but at the same sense, if you make it or if you're doing it, usually you're in a junior college because you've kind of come to the conclusion either I wanted more in life and it maybe didn't go the way I thought it was going to go, so I really got to bust my butt to get it, or you realize that this could be my one and only opportunity to make it. When I was playing in a junior college, we had guys who were working 3 jobs and trying to play football. We had guys who were darn near homeless and trying to play football because this was their only opportunity out. And it's not only out of whatever, it was just trying to say I got another opportunity, I got to take advantage of it. So that was kind of the big thing with me, is that junior colleges, people kind of poo-poo. A lot of times it's a good opportunity to find yourself, to understand what you want, and then you can excel afterwards.
Is it best to be football smart or a hard worker?
So it's a great question. It's a very intelligent and insightful question. I think being football smart is good. I mean, depending on what you're trying to do. Football smart is only going to take you so far in the world, and intelligence will take you beyond that. But if you're playing a game of football, being football smart will give you a second or two beyond what your talent may take you. So I say that like if you're an inside linebacker, you know what you're supposed to do. It automatically looks like you're faster because you're to the ball quicker than the guy who knows the play because you understand the whole system of the game. Where intelligence comes in is that you not only know what you're supposed to do, you know what the whole team is supposed to do, and you know how that you as a piece of that cog can affect the whole outcome of the game. One person missing his assignment will affect the whole system, and so that intelligence helps out a lot.
How do you think the game has changed from when you played to today?
Well, in some ways it's better. It's safety, or I don't even know if it's better. I think it's gone back to the way it was supposed to be. Learn how to tackle, form tackles, all this type of stuff. I think it's changed a lot in that you can't touch the quarterback. You can't. Every play is a penalty. The games are so much longer. It's I'm hoping the NFL will see it and start adjusting it a little bit. I understand safety-wise where you gotta make some changes, but it's an entertainment sport, and if you try to control it too much, it stops becoming a fun game, and people start tuning off with it.
So what do you do outside of football now?
It's a good question. So I work with a wealth management company. We do financial services, a company called Fellows Financial Group. On the opposite side, I write books. I've written some children's books. I've written some thriller suspense novels. I'm actually trying to pitch a couple of movies I wrote. And so that's kind of my hobby. My work is with the financial service. And then after that, father of 2 kids and 2 young men, both of them in college. Both of them will graduate with their masters in May. And my wife is still crazy enough to still stay married to me. So we've been together for a while, and I don't know. I'm blessed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Look for his movie.
All right, look for it. It's coming.
Thank you again so much, Ken Harvey. Hey, we'll be looking out for that movie. Now this weekend I'll be going to the Oklahoma-West Virginia game. Look for a video about that. But I'll see you next week for a regular schedule. See ya, P. Sports.